Hi there, my name is Sam and I am with the events calendar. And in this video, we're going to talk about how to use our core plugins, the events calendar and events tickets. So first, we're going to walk through how to create your first event. So you're going to want to install and activate the events calendar plugin by going to plugins and add new, and then searching for the events calendar. And then from here, you can click install now. And then once that installs, you hit activate. The other way to do this is to go to the events calendar website and then download the events calendar from here. And then from your dashboard, you can do upload plugin and then upload the zip file from there. Okay, so now that I have the events calendar plugin installed and activated, you'll notice in my WordPress dashboard menu, I have this events option. And from here, we have all these different settings and options to control how our calendar looks and acts. So there's different tutorials for how to utilize all of these, but for now, we're just going to click add new to create a new event. You can also create a new event by going to this option and clicking on add event, or you can do new and then there's this option for event. So to start with creating an event, we're going to create a title. So I'm going to pretend that we're creating an event for a dog park meetup. And then we can add a description. Come bring your pup to the park. And then we're going to pick a date. So I'm going to pick a date in the future. So let's say this Saturday. And it's going to start at 9 a.m. and go until noon. Okay. And then we can create a venue right from here. So I'm just going to say the dog park. And then you can add more information if you like. I'm just going to leave it as dog park. And then the organizer can be the dog shelter. Again, you can add more information if you'd like. And then the event website URL would be if you had an Eventbrite or an external link that you wanted to include here. So I'll just make one up and do like theshelter.com. And then for event cost, because we don't have tickets installed and activated yet, this is just to show if you are expecting to collect a cost for the event at the door. So in this case, let's say that it's $5. Okay. And then over here to the right, we have some options where you can add tags. So just add a dog tag. And then event categories. This can help you to keep your events organized. So we can do meetup. And then here's different options too, where you can make it a featured event, which will affect how it displays in your calendar. You can also have it hide from event listings if you wanted to control where the event shows. You can categorize the event status as either scheduled, canceled, or postponed. So we're going to say scheduled. And then you can set a featured image using this option here. So, okay, so I just had to add that photo to my media library and then I could add that as my featured image. So now that we have all the information that we want to add, then you just click on publish. And then once that loads, then you can either look at the permalink, which you can adjust here to look at your site or your new event. And you'll notice that the slug is event / the title that you gave your event. And this can be edited here or in your settings, which we have a different tutorial for. Okay, I'm back. So we have published our event and then we can go to view it by clicking on this link as well. And we can see all the information that we added. So the title, when the event is occurring, the cost at the door, here's our featured image, the description. We have the subscribe to calendar or add to calendar option. And then here are the details that we added too. So you can also see your event if you click on all events. I added a couple more so that we can see the default here is list view. So we have our event coming up, and then another event, and it's organized by chronological order. I also wanted to show that you can add events that happen over multiple days. And you can see this if you switch the view to month view. So all of our events are happening in March actually, or close to March. So here's a multi-day event. And there's also day view. I don't really think there's one happening. No, April 3rd. Where am I? Okay, so then you can see all the events happening on this one day. So this is a common question, is how to do a multiple day event using just the events calendar. And the way that you would do that is the start date is on the day, and then the end date is a day in the future. Okay, strawberry, I'm not gonna pause. Okay, so we touched on this earlier, but you have the option of adding information about venues and organizers. So first with venues, you can see I added some while in the event, but you can also create some here by clicking on Add New. And then you have all these different options for like creating a venue here. And then you can easily add it from that drop-down menu that we saw when creating an event. You also have the same option for organizers, where you can see I added some through the event, but you can also add some here by clicking on Add New. Okay, now that we have our event set up, let's say that we wanted to start selling some tickets. We can just click on Install Event Tickets right from this little pop-up here, and it should install it for us. The other option would be the same way that we installed the Events Calendar plugin, is by going to Plugins and Add New. Okay, so you can go to Add Plugins and search for event tickets and then install and activate from here. Or as before, you can go to our website and download from there and then upload the plugin. Okay, once you have it installed and activated, then you'll see from your dashboard this tickets option. And from there, in order to add tickets to your events, you'll need to set up an e-commerce option. With our free events tickets plugin, this is your options are to use something called Tickets Commerce. With our Events Tickets Plus option, you can use different e-commerce solutions, including WooCommerce, which has more robust ticket and attendee management. So all you have to do is go to this Payments tab in the settings, toggle it on, and click Save Changes. And then from here, you can set up either Stripe or PayPal. You can also enable test mode if you're doing some testing. And then you have all these different options for how to handle tickets. So once you get everything set up, click Save Changes, and then you should be able to add tickets to your events. Okay, so now let's add, I got the, start over. I set up the e-commerce off camera, and now we're ready to add some tickets to one of our events. So let's do our dog park meetup. If we hit edit, then we can go back to our editing page. And down here, we'll see this option for tickets. So we can either add a new ticket or a new RSVP. The difference between tickets and RSVPs is tickets is for paid events and RSVPs is for free events. So let's say that this is a ticket. And we're just going to say admission is the type of ticket. And it says, lets you bring one dog to the park. And I'm about to run out of time again, so to be continued.
Okay, I'm back. So I just filled in the rest of this information of when the ticket sales start and end, what the price is, and the capacity is how many tickets you want to sell. So if I click on save this ticket and then update the event, then we can view the event and see the ticket on the front end. So this is the ticket block. You can add tickets and then it'll take you to the checkout page if you click on get tickets. I also really quickly just wanted to show, I've been using the classic editor to add and edit events and tickets, but you can change this to the block editor if you go to events and settings. And then from general down to editing, you have this option to enable the Gutenberg block editor. And then if you click save changes, and then we go back to our events, then let's say that we wanted to add an RSVP to our pet therapy dog marathon. We click on edit, then you'll see it's now the block editor. And we can either use this, click on these blocks to add a ticket or RSVP, or if we click on here, then you can just search for tickets and RSVPs, but because we already have it there, then that's why it's not showing up. But you have that option. So let's say we wanted to add an RSVP, then you just click on here and say general admission. And again, you can set the capacity if you wanted to limit how many people could go. You can also give people the option to let you know if they can't make it. And then the duration is how long people have to RSVP for your event. So if we click create, then date, did I click on it? Oops, something, what did I do wrong? Oh, this is my problem. I have it set so that it won't start selling tickets until later than it is right now. So I'll set it to start yesterday and it goes into March. So then we hit update and now we can see our RSVP. And if we click update the event, then we should be able to view the event. Except my recording thing is blocking the view, so I'll do it in a roundabout way. Or I could click to okay. View. Okay, and now we can see our RSVP block, so we can say that we're going and then let it know how many guests we're going to bring, and this will just RSVP us to the event. Okay.